This is not going to be another wardrobe must-have essentials video. This is in fact the exact opposite, and I'm going to be sharing the wardrobe essentials that I will no longer be buying. It can be really easy to focus on the new things that you want to add into your wardrobe, but I actually think it's even more helpful to sort of have that self-reflection on what your wardrobe currently looks like so you can make better purchasing decisions, so that when it is time to add some new things into your wardrobe, you're not going to make the same mistakes that you already have. Over the years, I've had my fair share of bad wardrobe purchases, things that are still hanging in my closet with tags on them that I have never worn. And so I am here to help you avoid making those same mistakes and also help me avoid to make them again in the future. So I have compiled a list of things I will no longer buy or no longer serve me in my wardrobe. Now keep in mind, this is my personal list based on my lifestyle needs and how I want to present myself to the world. And if things on here are items that you love in your wardrobe, that is completely okay. But these are the things that do not work for me in my wardrobe and no longer serve me, and that I'm going to avoid buying. Starting off strong, this is an item I have seen on probably every single wardrobe essentials video, and I have just learned that it does not serve me in my current lifestyle, and I never end up reaching for them, and that is blazers and even moto jackets. I have quite a few blazers hanging in my closet and I never reach for them. And the same goes for moto style jackets. I even have a very pretty like blush pink moto jacket and I cannot tell you the last time that I've worn it. I do think if I worked in an office or needed to dress up for work, I would reach for my blazers more, but that just isn't my current lifestyle. So I absolutely need to stop buying these. Black shoes is another item I will no longer buy. I do have 2 pairs of black boots specifically in the winter season that I only reach for if I'm wearing a black sweater dress or black tights, and even then it is pretty minimal. I just don't wear a ton of black in my wardrobe. I've never been a big fan of black shoes, especially flats or sneakers. I think it ends up being very heavy for the overall look and draws the eye down, and I'm just not a big fan personally. Heels and uncomfortable shoes are another thing that I will no longer be buying. I don't know what it is, but I have so many heels in my wardrobe, really nice expensive pairs even, and I very rarely reach for them. Maybe for a really nice event or holiday photos or something like that, but these just haven't ended up being a great investment in my wardrobe. And to go along with that, just uncomfortable shoes in general have no time and place in my wardrobe. I find this to be the case as well with more affordable shoes. If they are synthetic leathers or suedes, they end up just smelling very quickly and I don't end up reaching for them. And just in general, if they're uncomfortable, I don't find myself reaching for them. If they gave me a blister the first time, I will more than likely reach for anything else before I wear those again. Button-down shirts are another wardrobe essential, and while I do think it's good to have in my wardrobe, I do not need them anymore because I just don't find myself reaching for them. But maybe once or twice in the transitional fall season, I might reach for them. I have so many in my wardrobe. I absolutely do not need any more. Again, if I did work somewhere and I needed to dress up, this is absolutely a classic, but for me, it just doesn't make sense. Trousers are a huge trend right now, and I've had 2 pairs of white trousers in my wardrobe for the past year, and I have not reached for them one single time. I think that's a good reminder that you always need to self-reflect on what makes sense in your personal wardrobe, because I feel like I see it on other people and I think it looks fantastic and elevated, but personally I just have never reached for it, so it ended up being a bad buy for my wardrobe. Animal print clothing definitely had a time and purpose in my wardrobe. I loved my animal print scarves and just pops of it in my wardrobe. However, I don't see myself ever reaching for this again in my wardrobe. I have just leaned into more simple classic styles, and just busy prints in general are things that I don't end up reaching for as often as just classic solids. Funny enough, animal prints and zebra prints are going to be an upcoming trend that you'll be seeing in fall 2024. If you're curious about the upcoming fall trends that we'll be seeing and things that are very wearable, I will have a video coming up on Thursday, so stay tuned on that. But I've just learned over the years that the busy prints don't end up being a great purchase in my wardrobe. I think I'm going to be steering very clear of silk materials. I have had a beautiful silk maxi skirt in my wardrobe for 3 seasons now, and I have never worn it because it's a really delicate fabric and I am a mom to a really young toddler. I am just way too scared to wear this skirt because I know it will probably be ruined. The few times that I have chosen to wear silky or polyester midi skirts, they have both been ruined by my toddler. No blame to her, because that's just the life of a mom. But I've just learned my lesson that I don't end up reaching for this because it's gonna get ruined in my current lifestyle. This is a lesson I learned long ago, but I did want to include it in this video in case you need to be reminded. Don't buy anything that you find uncomfortable. If the material is in the slightest bit scratchy or you don't feel confident in it, if it's not an immediate, like, heck yes, I love this piece, don't buy it, because you're not going to end up wearing it, especially if it's an uncomfortable fabric or if it doesn't make you feel your best. I actually included new jeans in this list because I have so many pairs of jeans and they are reached for very infrequently. I'm just not as much of a jean girl as I would like to be. I just love my dresses. I'm more comfortable not wearing pants, and I have a very select few of jeans that I reach for, and outside of that, I don't tend to mix it up. And I have a lot of different styles: wide leg, boot cut, straight, skinny, and I just reach for the same 2 or 3 pairs. So I am kind of writing off new jeans in my wardrobe, at least for now. Anything with a very warm undertone, specifically when it comes to beiges and ivories, if it pulls too yellow, it does not work in my wardrobe, and I don't feel like I look great in that color. I do need to get my colors done to truly have a professional tell me what colors I need to wear, but personally, I just don't find these yellowy undertones to serve my skin tone. Any necklines that are too low that I don't feel super secure in, I just don't find myself reaching for them. That also goes for tops or dresses that I can't wear my go-to comfortable bras with. I'm just way less likely to reach for them. I have some beautiful tops and dresses from Revolve, and I have needed to get them tailored just to take them in a little bit in the bust area, and I just haven't got around to it, and they've been in my wardrobe for a year now with tags on. So I am adding that to my list, because if it's something I'm not immediately wanting to wear and get tailored, I'm most likely not going to do it. Any clothing that is difficult to get into, specifically if there are a ton of buttons that aren't quick and easy to get into, or if I can't do the zipper on its own, or if it's just has a funky zipper that's kind of catching, I have learned that I'm not going to end up reaching for it, because most of the time when I'm getting ready, I am rushing to get out the door. So I just don't have time for that. I am also adding jumpsuits to this list. While I have few that I do really like, I don't end up wearing them as much as other pieces, just because they are a little more difficult to get off and on if I'm needing to use the restroom, for example. The 2 jumpsuits I'm thinking of are very casual loungewear pieces, and I have worn them once or twice, but when it comes to loungewear, I'm just going to end up reaching for something that's a little bit easier to get in and out of. And I'm especially going to think twice before I wear them out of the house, because if it's going to be difficult to use the restroom in, I just don't want to be naked in a public restroom stall. I've just learned the hard way. I think we've all been there though. I'm adding straw bags and hats to this list, not because I don't love them and reach for them, but I just have way too many accumulated in my closet. I was honestly shocked when I did an audit of my wardrobe and saw just how many like straw raffia style bags that I have, and I can only wear those one season out of the year. They just don't make sense to carry them in the fall, winter, or even spring season. So I just need to put a stop to any more future purchases, and I honestly need to declutter some of them as well. I would much rather invest and spend money focusing on bags that I can carry year round, or that make more sense outside of the summer season. And as far as hats go, it's kind of the same thing. I just have way too many, especially summer hats with cute little bows on them, and I love them all, but I only reach for the same 1 or 2 throughout the summer season, and then I can't wear them any other time of the year. I've also learned over the years that I really don't get enough cost per wear out of more unique, fun statement jewelry. Of course, it's nice to have on hand if I do want to mix it up for a special event or vacation, but day to day, I just find myself reaching for my same everyday jewelry pieces, and I do like to invest in those pieces because I do truly reach for them every single day. So cost per wear, it makes a lot more sense. So I've actually separated my jewelry collection just to really focus in on those everyday basics that I reach for the most. And unfortunately, I have some beautiful statement jewelry pieces that just don't get enough love in my wardrobe. I'm curious to know what's on your do not buy list, things that you have learned do not serve you in your wardrobe. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back here on Thursday with a new video. Bye.